Is my dog reactive? Understanding the signs. Does your dog lunge at other dogs on walks? Do they bark uncontrollably at the sight of a stranger, a bicycle, or even a squirrel? If this sounds familiar, you might have what we call a reactive dog. It's a term we use for dogs that overreact to certain things or triggers in their environment. This isn't aggression. It's often a big, loud, and frankly embarrassing display that comes from a place of fear, anxiety, or frustration. The dog is having a difficult time, not giving you a difficult time. Understanding this is the very first step toward helping them. You might see intense barking, growling, and lunging at the end of the leash. Your dog's body might become very stiff and rigid with their tail held high and their hackles raised. Some dogs will even snarl or snap if their trigger gets too close. These behaviors are your dog's way of communicating that they are incredibly uncomfortable. They are trying to create distance between themselves and the scary thing. It's a desperate plea for the trigger to go away, and it's our job as their guardians to listen to what they are telling us. It's crucial to identify what specifically triggers your dog's reactivity. For many dogs, it's seeing other dogs, especially when they are on a leash and feel trapped. For others, it could be men wearing hats, children on scooters, large, noisy trucks. Keep a little journal for a week. Note down every time your dog reacts. What was happening? How far away was the trigger? What did the reaction look like? This information is gold because it helps you understand your dog's world and what they find frightening. Once you know the triggers, you can start to manage the situation effectively. Recognizing reactivity is not about labeling your dog as bad. It's about understanding their emotional state. A reactive dog is a stressed dog. They are living in a state of high alert, and their big reactions are a symptom of that underlying anxiety. Think of it like a person with a phobia of spiders. If a spider suddenly appeared, they might scream or run away. Your dog is doing the same, just in their own canine way. By seeing the behavior through a lens of fear instead of disobedience, you can approach the problem with compassion and the right set of tools to help them feel safe. And managing the environment, your first line of defense. The most immediate and effective thing you can do to help a reactive dog is to manage their environment. This means preventing them from being put in situations where they feel the need to react. It's not about avoiding the world forever, but about giving your dog a much-needed break from the constant stress. If your dog reacts to things they see out the front window, use decorative film or curtains to block their view. This simple change can dramatically lower their daily stress levels, making them more receptive to training when you do go out. Think of your dog's stress levels like a bucket. Every time they see a trigger, a little more stress water goes into the bucket. If they see too many triggers in one day, the bucket overflows. That's when you see a big reaction. By managing their environment, you are keeping the water level low. This might mean changing your walking route to avoid busy parks, or walking at quieter times of the day like early in the morning or late at night. The goal is to prevent the reaction from happening in the first place. This is not avoidance, it's smart, proactive management. Creating distance is your new best friend. Your dog has a threshold, the distance at which they can see a trigger without reacting. Your job is to figure out that distance and always stay on the safe side of it. If you see another dog approaching from a block away and your dog is still calm, that's your training zone. If the other dog is across the street and your dog is already getting stiff, you're too close. Don't be afraid to turn around and walk the other way. An emergency U-turn is a brilliant tool to have in your pocket to protect your dog's peace of mind. Management also includes the equipment you use. A well-fitted harness that clips at the front can give you better control without putting painful pressure on your dog's neck, which can actually increase reactivity. Avoid using punitive tools like choke chains, prong collars, shock collars. These tools work by causing pain and fear. They might suppress the barking and lunging in the short term, but they do absolutely nothing to change the underlying emotion. In fact, they often make the fear worse, creating a ticking time bomb where the dog associates their trigger with pain. Positive reinforcement is the cornerstone of modern, effective dog training. It's a simple but powerful idea. Reward the behavior you want. For a reactive dog, that behavior is calm. Teach the dog that good things happen when they're calm around triggers. This is not bribing your dog. It changes their emotional response from, "Oh no, a scary dog," to, "Oh, a dog. Where's my chicken?" Your rewards must be incredibly high value, not a dry biscuit. The good stuff. cooked chicken, cheese, hot dogs, other irresistible treats. The treat must be worth more than the scariness of the trigger. You're trying to rewire their brain. You need a powerful motivator. Always be prepared. Scan your environment constantly so you can spot triggers before your dog does. This gives you time to create distance or get your high-value treats ready. Teach your dog a find it game. Simply toss a handful of high-value treats on the ground and say, "Find it," in an upbeat tone. When it comes to meeting new people or dogs, the key is to let your dog set the pace. For new people, ask them to completely ignore your dog at first. No talking, no touching, no eye contact. Controlled setups are invaluable for practice. Enlist a friend with a calm, non-reactive dog to help you. When your dog has a big public reaction, it's easy to feel embarrassed and frustrated. In that moment, a common human instinct is to punish the dog. This is the absolute worst thing for a reactive dog. A dog needs to know their handler will protect and advocate for them. Progress is never a straight line. Patience, consistency, a positive attitude. These are your most powerful tools. You can do this.